Alright guys, what is going on? And before we get into the full Impact review, I want to say thanks for the support so far on the TNA Impact review. Since starting off 2017, we've got a lot of support for it. So, um, starting off with some news and rumors. Rumor is, from what I saw today, that Anthem plans to drop the TNA name. I think this is a good idea because the whole tits and ass thing, that's been around. So I think it's good. I think they noticed that that's not a really good thing to whatever. So I think they're probably just going to go with Impact. That's on their logos. They dropped the TNA name from a lot of different things except the app. I think we'll probably see that fade out soon, to be honest. But that's one of the new rumors and news. Another rumor or news, I guess you say, is Drew Galloway has not signed a contract yet, and his contract ends in February. Now I've heard he wants to stay. From the rumors, he wants to stay with TNA because he can do his thing in the UK and still come over here in the US and be on TV. I think that's a good idea. I just don't know if it's gonna happen. And the Hardys, though, some news dropping today that the Hardys are probably gonna stay. They've got two contract offers on the table from TNA. One where they get control of their independent dates and stuff like that. Then there's one where they get a little bit more money, I think, and the TNA gets to say yes or no on their dates. And I think more of a Matt Hardy wants to stay than Jeff. But I think if Matt Hardy stays, maybe Jeff might stay. But even if Jeff leaves, Matt Hardy's got the whole broken thing right now, and it's more over than Jeff Hardy. So I could see a situation where I'd be fine with just Matt Hardy staying because of the whole broken persona and how it's gotten over more than Jeff Hardy. So that's just that. That's my thoughts and opinions on the news from this week. Also, there's rumors still going around that they're still in contact with Alberto El Patron. I don't know. Maybe we see him in March tapings. I have no idea. So the show opens up with a match, actually, which I thought that was pretty damn great. Normally we start off with a talking segment. We didn't start off with that this week, so I was glad. We started off with the race for the case. Confusing as hell, because it's not Fierce to Fired anymore. It's race for the case because there's no fired. And basically there's cases. Green, red, yellow. Fucking, I don't even remember. Dude, wow. So they have numbers 1 through 4, and basically what I'm thinking is what they're saying is if whichever one you win, an open fight night, you get to call out and have whatever match you want. They could have just said that in an easier way for people to understand. They should have not added in the numbers, because the numbers is where it throws me off. So race for the case. Glad they started out with a match. So Eli Drake gets the red case after Tyrus clears the ring with a bunch of suplexes. Eli Drake stays on the outside of the ring the whole match until he gets a case. Runs it, gets a case, and he goes. He got it quick too. So Trevor Lee is the next to get a case. Trevor Lee gets the blue case. I think it was cool when after he gets the case, everybody's crowding him. He throws it over all the people on the outside and just fucking dives onto him, grabs the case, runs to the back. I like that. Trevor Lee does some other awesome stuff during the Fact of Life segment. We're going to have to get to that later on in the show, or the review, I guess you could say. DCC gets the yellow case, but really Jesse Goddard should have got that case because he had it in his hands, and then Bram hit him with a low blow, and it kind of launched the case over to Eddie Kingston, so DCC walk out with the case. I was hoping that with this, we get to see a launching point for Jesse Goddard's career, because I think before he started teaming up with the Bromans last year, even though that's my favorite tag team, he was on a rise with Eli Drake. Went with Robbie E, and it kind of went downhill for him really last year. He was improving in the ring a lot. I hope now that he's on his own again, he can get back into where he was before the Bromance tag team. Then last but not least, Jeff Hardy gets the ring case. And I just put in my notes, I love the new Jeff Hardy theme song. It is amazing. He kills it right there. So, race for the case. The match was alright. The whole details on it was still confusing. So they're showing highlight packages of Moose and Drew Galloway. And then after that, Drew Galloway cuts a great promo on trying to make that title mean more. And we'll get to that at the end because I got a lot of thoughts on this Impact Grand Championship match, which was freaking great. So we had Bobby Lashley come out, calls out Eddie Edwards, and challenges him to a 30-minute Iron Man match. And I am sure as hell looking forward to that. And I hope that's the last time we see those guys face off. I mean, come on now. But it should be a freaking great match. Every time they have a match is good. I'm just hoping it's last time. Come on now. We gotta get some new people in the main event scene. So next up, we get to see Brooke make her debut against Deonna Purrazzo. I hope I said her last name right. I don't know. It's challenging. But she is everywhere. That's what I put in my notes. Just what? She is everywhere. Because she is a woman of honor. Saw her as La Luchador, I think the rumors were. Then she's in NXT sometimes. Now she's back on Impact on Pop. On Twitter, she says she's flying to Japan next. Damn. It was a decent match back for Brooke, I gotta say. I think it'll take some time until she's at the level she was before, she left to start a family or whatever. But Brooke wins with that face buster, I guess, where you just kind of picks her up and just fucking launches her. So, it says she was starring in a new TLC drama, I guess, or reality show, I don't know, Rumbler, I have no idea what Josh Matthews says, but after the match, Sienna comes out and attacks Brooke. I think this should be a good rivalry. I really do. I think it's going to be interesting. So glad to see Brooke back, but like I said here in my notes, I wanted to say this last week, but the Knockouts division is getting back to where it was, because for a long time, the Knockouts division was better than the WWE's Divas division for a very long time. Since the Women's Revolution, for like a year, it was better than Knockouts. And last year, Knockouts really came back, and now I think 2017 is going to be great for Knockouts. If they can freaking sign Deonna Purrazzo, I think that'd be nice, just to add on to what they got now. Plus Brooke. There's some rumors that Angelina Love is back, and Eddie Edwards' girlfriend or wife, whatever the hell, is there too wrestling. So this Knockouts division is going to be fucking insane. Oh my gosh. So now we get a Fact of Life, which is always good, and I'm glad they brought the set back, but I don't like the fake laughs. Never did. So they explain the case system, which is 1 through 4. You can whatever, and then you kind of call out who do you want on open fight night, whatever. Said in my notes, I kind of don't like that, to be honest. It's confusing. Not a fan. I just put what the fuck. But Eli Drake got case number 4, which he's not talking anymore. I don't really like that. He gets number 4, and the whole time, Tyler's telling me, it'll be fine. But, like, come on now. We should have heard more of Eli Drake hitting the dummy button. DCC was pretty funny. They were doing, like, a mime thing. And they got case number 2, which they were happy about that. So Trevor Lee got case number 3. He was the best part of this segment. He was fucking hilarious. He's rubbing on the desk, asking what kind of desk it is. And he's just like, Eli Drake hits the dummy. Yeah, he's like, can you hit that again since you got number 4? I died. And the whole time, he is fucking hilarious. Oh my gosh. So obviously, Jeff Hardy got case number 1. And what I think about this was, it was maybe one of the worst Fact of Lives. Just for the simple fact that Drew Galloway did not talk. If Drew Galloway would have talked, oh my god, that Fact of Life would have been fucking great. Oh, I mean, it was still pretty funny with the whole DCC and Trevor Lee playing around and stuff. But all in all, if Drew Galloway, why did I get them mixed up? Eli Drake would have had, a promo or whatever, because he's not doing them anymore. It'd been fucking amazing. So this whole thing in the back, Maria is telling Braxton Sutter he cannot train Allie anymore, and she whispers something in his ear, and he stops. He goes back and tells Allie, this ain't working out. They cut to later on in the show, Laurel Van Yes, I love that, is getting in his car, and he just looks up like, what the fuck is going on there? I don't know, I guess we're going to have to find out, because normally they do a lot more stuff with this, so we didn't have a match, so I think that was fine. A lot of people have been saying, I have too, that they really need to finish this. I hope this leads to them finishing this whole storyline. It's dragged on for a lot, but this has got me interesting, and I want to see what happens next. So a lot of them think, yeah, okay, they can do that again. So maybe it just keeps going. So next match, Robbie E. and Swoggle versus Aaron Rex and Spud. And man, these guys are going to be funny. Last week I didn't know what to make of them. So, I mean, it's funny. It was like, what got me was when Aaron Rex wanted Spud to tag him in. He's like, that's what these people came to see. And when, I think it was Hornswoggle was trying to hit him or whatever, he's like, no, Spud, he's touching me. He's touching me. And he, like, tags back out or whatever. I thought that was fucking funny. The worst part of this match was fucking Josh Matthews. It was the first time it happened, and it took an hour for it to say it, but he plugged the Shit's Creek again. Man. But the match ended when Spud took out Hornswoggle, which Robbie saw that. He turns around and throws Swoggle over the top. Not Swoggle. Rockstar Spud over the top rope. Then he fucking goes out of nowhere, sky high in the air with a fucking dive over the top rope. But the whole time, Swoggle's laid out. Swoggle's not getting up. Aaron Rex just lays over top of him, kisses the air, and gets the victory. These guys are funny. I mean, still, I don't know how a lot of people are going to take this, but I think it's going to be funny. I like how they're adding a little bit more storyline and craziness to this. So, I mean, yeah, I don't know. TNA's getting crazy. Well, Impact, since I said in the beginning that they're probably going to drop the TNA name. But main event time. Drew Galloway versus Moose for the Impact Grand Championship. Whew, this match was pretty damn good. Round 1 goes to Drew Galloway. Which, round 1 was pretty good. They were back and forth the whole time. Round 2, which I didn't take a lot of notes during this match. Round 2, I did happen to type some stuff down. That Death Valley driver that Drew Galloway hit on Moose on the ring apron looked fucking nasty as fuck. They keep going, and then Moose hits Drew with a powerbomb to the ring apron. I thought that was pretty cool. They both make it in before the count of 10, and they keep going. But near the end, Galloway had the Iron Maiden. Moose did not tap for 40 seconds. Like, holy shit, that submission was locked in for a pretty damn long time. And they say that Moose won the round. No, I disagree. Drew Galloway won the round. It doesn't matter, though. Round 3, okay, so Drew Galloway hits a low blow on Moose. After Moose missed the moonsault, which Moose does that moonsault. It is awesome. Oh my gosh. But Drew Galloway hits a low blow. So Stifler sees it. And the ref, Brian Stifler, whatever, but he tells the judges to take 1 point away from Drew, all 3 of them. And when Moose gets up, because Stifler's like, can you get up? Can you go for it? Can we continue the match? Moose gets back up. And Drew Galloway, Iron Maiden, and not Iron Maiden, Claymore kick. I am destroying this fucking review tonight. Galloway hits the Claymore kick, if I can get it right this time, and he wins the Impact Grand Championship. So, what I wrote here, and what I think about this is, matches like these, matches like Moose versus Mike Bennett, matches like Drew Galloway versus Moose, this is what's going to make the Impact Grand Championship matter, and what people are going to say, okay, maybe the match rules and stipulations are not too interesting, but when the match happens, when like the 2 competitors are going at it and they're having a great match, that's going to make me like, okay, I'm buying into this. They're having great matches. Before, with the Aaron Rex thing, I like Aaron Rex, but he was not having good matches, to be honest, and no real rivalry. So this was good. This is going to keep me invested in this whole Impact Grand Championship style of match. I'm happy that Drew Galloway is the new Impact Grand Championship holder. After the match, he takes the title and goes and shows it around to every judge, fucking flipping their clipboards up, and it was pretty funny. One gripe about this show was, again, during this match, Josh Matthews with another Schitt's Creek plug. I like one a night is fine. Just when it's during a match, after the match, you about to go to commercial break, that's fine. Not during the match. He hits it another time in the main event. But another thing is no X Division again. Now, with Trevor Lee getting the case, it makes me think that, oh yeah, maybe open fight night, he calls out GJZ, which makes sense, but no X Division again this episode. I understand, like I said last week, Mandrews is gone. They're trying to build back up the X Division. But not having them on screen, I don't know if that's working. Maybe it is. Maybe Caleb Conley could show up for once. Damn it. So that was it. I gotta say, it was a decent show. It wasn't as good as the first two shows of the year. The main event really helped this show be watchable. Like, if you're watching this and you haven't watched it yet and you just got it recorded, to be honest, you probably could just fast forward to the end, and that was the best match. Like I said, it was a decent show. Next week though, and then the open fight night should be way better. Like I said, I think it was just kind of like a filler. They were trying to take a break, let you, it's alright, whatever. Next week, get right back into it. Crazy fucking matches. 30-minute Iron Man match between Bobby Lashley and Eddie Edwards should be good. We got the Monsters Ball between Jade and Rosemary. Next week should be good. This one kind of more did like a build toward next week, an open fight night, which I'm fine with that. They need that every once in a while, but it really doesn't matter because Genesis is not really a pay-per-view. It's on for free. Now that I do like it being on free, but the fact that it should be a pay-per-view, it would just seem better. But all is well. It's going to be a great show next week. And that's all I got to say for this Impact review this week. Best match was the main event. The one match worth watching really was the main event. The Brooke match was decent. Glad to see her back, but really, I would tell you guys to watch would be the main event. But with that being said, like, subscribe, and comment. Tell me what you thought about my review. Tell me your favorite part of the show, and what are your thoughts on Drew Galloway winning the Impact Grand Champion and Chip, and what is your thoughts on the style of match for the Impact Grand Championship? Are you in it still, or are you just ready to get rid of the rules? Like, subscribe, and comment. I'm out. Thank you so much for watching.